Welcome to yet another special circumstance review. Today we're going to take another look at some of the Multitasker offerings. We're going to cover two products here. We're going to cover the Multitasker Ultralight, and we're also going to look at the Multitasker Tube, which is their smallest tool. We'll start with the Ultralight. The Ultralight is, well, very similar to the Series 2, with the exception that it does not have a set of pliers. It has many of the same tools. It is equally well built with aluminum bronze washers throughout, very heavy duty tools. Everything is pretty much, EDM machined out of solid bar stock. And well, let's take a look at the various tools. First one we have here is the stock wrench. Has a flathead screwdriver on the end of it, which you can see I've used. This thing locks in place with a very, very durable lock. Just to illustrate, I had to take off the castle nut on my Daniel Defense M4 here a while back, and I actually broke a dedicated stock wrench because the castle nut was that well staked. Literally sheared off the little teeth to engage the grooves on the castle nut. This one, despite being a folding tool, and Multitasker does warn against using it for heavy duty use, basically not only does it grip the castle nut extremely securely, it also it didn't even break a sweat. I had no problems with it. I locked it in and basically just applied a little body English, and bam, it came off. I was very impressed with how solid the tool felt while doing this, and I would have no qualms about using it for that kind of thing in the future. Really well built. So you have also, moving on to the other tools, you have your dental pick, which of course is removable, and this is the one that's compatible with the Otis cleaning kits, so you can thread your pull-through rods onto this. And this locks in place as well, of course. All the tools are locking on this one, and this is a kind of a liner lock. You have your carbon scraper, and this is the one that's radius, just like on the Series 2, to specifically fit the bolt tail of an AR. Again, locks in place. Very easy to use, very solid. Then you have your bit driver. Standard 1/4 inch hex. You can pretty much mix and match all the various bits that you want to carry that you feel fits your needs. Very easy to use. Also has some threading for other tools. Again, very heavy duty. I have no qualms about using this for serious work. And it's just a very well built tool. It also has a lanyard attachment point, has your pocket clip here. The pocket clip is probably my only real beef with this tool. As you can see, it's kind of shallow, or kind of thin, I guess you'd call it. The clip itself is quite strong, but what I would really like to see is a slightly larger gap between the body of the tool and the pocket clip itself, because what happens is, if you're using something like, say for instance, a pair of 511 pants, or pretty much any other pant that has a thicker reinforcement of the pocket edge, you clip this onto that pocket edge and the clip ends up doing this kind of thing as it's being forced out because there's a narrow gap up here, and that means it's going to catch. And I almost lost this tool out of my pocket several times when I was carrying it clipped to my pockets. So, and that I don't really like, but it would be relatively easy to fix, and I would like to see that implemented. Just like the other tools, this uses black oxide and melanite coatings, G10 scales. Multitasker has several other versions in development, and I've seen a few of them, and actually if you look through the written portion of this review, you'll see pictures of a few of them. Some very interesting new features coming up, some improvements, and this is definitely a tool to look out for. The closest comparison to this is going to be the Gerber EFACT, as you'll see in the written portion. This thing kills the EFACT. It is so much so much better in every way. It's more durable, it has better tool options, it's just a better tool, period. And the Effect, it's a piece of plastic crap, honestly. I wouldn't trust that thing as far as I could throw it, which is quite far because it's very lightweight. The Ultralight feels great, has a nice bit of heft to it, and is very well made. Can't recommend this enough. Moving on to the Multitasker tube. See if you can read upside down. Pretty straightforward little tool, kind of looks like a pen. Has your standard 832 thread here, which is the Otis compatible one. So you can have this carbon scraper, or you can use the dental pick attachment. It comes with both. Also comes with a little nice carrying case and a full set of bits. The other end is then the hex driver. Again, completely standard hex bit, 1/4 inch. Any bit on the market will pretty much fit. Comes with a side adjustment tool, just like the Ultralight and the Series 2. It also has a pocket clip that you can use in a pinch as a flathead screwdriver. And then, of course, the tip of it is a punch. Pretty well made. I like it. It's not my favorite of the Multitasker tools. That probably goes to the Ultralight, just for overall utility, but this does suit a purpose, and it's very compact. Threading is fairly decent. I would like to see square cut threads. They just last longer and are smoother. O-ring is in place to basically not only protect the tooling from moisture and so on, but also to keep the cap screwed on. You see the same thing on the other end. It's aluminum, hard anodized. Finishing is very nicely done. The pocket clip is probably my main beef. Again, I have a thing about pocket clips apparently. The design itself is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that it really does need, in my opinion, to be secured with 2 screws. One, as it comes, it's kind of wobbly. It's difficult to secure something like this, even if it is recessed into the body of the tool with just 1 screw. And as I found out after clipping this onto my chest rig several times, the original screw actually stripped out, and I ended up replacing it with this significantly larger and beefier screw. And that kind of, it's too bad. That's something that I very much would like to see fixed, and I think, well, I hope that Multitasker will jump on that and get that fixed in some of the future versions. Other than that, it's a very nice little tool. You'll see the pictures of the carrying case and what it comes with in the written portion. It does work great. It's very compact, and you can carry a few tools that you might need with you, like a side adjustment or the carbon scraper, very easily. This actually will fit into a chest rig in the MOLLE straps themselves. Just slip it right in behind the straps, and you can carry it very unobtrusively. It weighs basically like a pen, like a heavy-duty pen, so really lightweight, and you probably wouldn't even notice it until you needed it. So while I can't recommend this as unequivocally as I can the other tools by Multitasker, it's still a decent offering, and certainly for a relatively new company, it's a very good offering. I mean, I've seen existing products on the market that don't come anywhere near the quality that you still see in this, despite the shortcomings of the pocket clip. So, still definitely a good offering, and I'm looking forward to seeing some improvements in the future from Multitasker.